What's up, quadcopter fans? HangerDrone.com. Today I got my F450 flame wheel. I have my camera attached here, which is the RunCam. I have my lights on. Be a little hard to see them in the daylight. KK 2.15 board, Trinity X9 receiver, Simon K30 amp, ESCs, Sunny Sky 980V motors, as well as 10-inch carbon fiber props. So we're getting to arm the motors. We don't have self-leveling on, so we'll have to take off, flip our switch, turn self-leveling on. So this quadcopter is handling really well as of late. I bought the candy dropper with parachute device, and that's been pretty cool to experiment with. Need to come up with a better and more permanent solution for mounting it though. But I have been successfully able to drop a parachuter and a payload out of it. So we have the RunCam on here. RunCam seems to do very well as far as the jelloing effects with this quadcopter. This thing's got a lot of lift power, so it can lift heavier payloads. It's not a light quadcopter by any means. Probably one of the heavier, if not the heaviest ones I do own. But I was having a hell of a time with getting this thing to fly right. The KK 2.15 board. Till, as you've seen in some other videos, I swapped out the props, got the carbon fibers on there, changed the landing gear, and then also I changed when I was putting it in the self-leveling mode. That helped out tremendously, putting it in self-leveling mode once it's in the air as opposed to on the ground. So I could have probably saved myself a ton of headaches if I would have read the user manual for the firmware that's on this flight controller, which is the Stevie's, I believe. I'm not sure what version it is, but I believe it's the latest and greatest. So after reading that, it gave me a little bit of tidbits of information that I was doing wrong. I was able to correct those issues, and now it seems to be flying fine. So the lights are definitely a big plus. And you can change the different patterns on those lights too as well. Going between flashing to steady or strobe. I don't have a battery sensor on here to alert of low voltage, so just kind of gotta keep a mental time in my head. I haven't flown in this quadcopter in several days, so the battery's been sitting, so probably only gonna get about 5 minutes to 7 minutes of flight time. So I have a 2700 milliamp, or actually this is a 2200 milliamp Trinity battery on here. Which gives us a decent amount of flight time. Not quite as much as the 5300, but I could put a 5300 on here too as well, since it is 11 volt, and as long as it's 3S I should be fine. So bring it in, take a look at it. So that's hands off, just hovering on its own. Slight drift backwards. Could be the wind, but not as bad as it was. It was wild before. So now it appears to be much more under control, much easier to fly. And I do like this F450. You can add so many things to this. You're not just bound right out of the box with the standard quadcopter. Now there are a lot of things that you have to take in consideration and program, and the transmitter. So there's a lot more to it. but at the end of the day you have a lot more freedom with what you can add by swapping out flight controllers, GPS, and kind of finding the right mix for what you're looking to do. So we'll take it up one more time, get a panning shot. I don't want to take it up too high since I don't know the full charge of the battery since it's been sitting for a couple days. But definitely a lot of lift power. Now I also had to do with this Turnigy X9 transmitter. I had to turn the throttle up to 25% on the minimum on the throttle curve, just because I was having a lot of throttle drop out at 10%, but since moving it to 25, not as bad. And this thing is heavy, so it means all the throttle boost and punch it can get. So we're probably going on 4 to 5 minutes of flight time, so we're probably running pretty close to the end, especially with our lights running on the quadcopter. No real significant addition of weight. The RunCam is fairly light in comparison to, say, a GoPro or an SJ4000. So I'll be interested to see the footage that we get out of this. I have put it on the RunCam on this, but I didn't get to do a full flight. I was testing out the candy dropper both at the same time, and it seemed a little bit more interesting, so get an idea of what the video is going to look like on this. Just mounting even a SJ4000 right to the bottom power board. I mean, the video was decent. Limited jello. Put a Mobius on it, limited jello, so the vibration, even though it was a big issue at the beginning, with these carbon fiber props, it's really reduced it and almost allowed for jello-free videos without any type of gimbal on there or special mounting bracket. So this thing flies fast, almost similar to probably an 250 Racer. Not quite as fast, but it's got the power to move like one, as opposed to most camera birds. So you kind of get the best of both worlds. You get a quadcopter that you can fly fast as well as take video, and mount all the different accessories that you'd like to mount to it. So we'll go ahead and take it around one more time and then bring it in for a quick landing. And then we'll go ahead and check out what the video on this onboard looks like. So this is the F450 DJI Flame Wheel knockoff. The kit came from Hobby Power, and that's a Hobby Power case on the KK 2.15 flight controller. Disarmed the motor, Turnigy 9X transmitter, 8 channels. 2200 milliamp battery on there. So this video helped you out. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment box below. Hopefully we got some good video with the RunCam on there. Just mounted directly to the front, some Velcro, as well as a Velcro strap around it.